Welcome to day 5. Alright, cool. Now we're getting into the fun stuff. In today's readings, we start to learn a lot more about visualization. Now, this may or may not be familiar to you, you may or may not have this as part of your daily practice. However, this is the absolute game changer when it comes to really creating the life of your dreams. If you can see it in your mind and feel it in your heart and believe it to be so, it's going to start to show up in your world. Now, when you think about it, all things began as a thought. All things in creation started with a thought. Now, I want you to think about the example when we have airplanes. There would have been a time where women would have thought it absolutely crazy to be able to fly through the air. Now, the Wright brothers, they were crazy enough to believe that you could fly through the air. And it was because of those beliefs that they were able to create that experience for themselves and for the millions of other people around the world, potentially billions of other people, probably billions of other people around the world that have had that experience to this day. Now, there was a time where that would have been conceived as absolutely impossible. Now, I want to bring this back to your reality. Now, thoughts become things. Whether you're thinking negative thoughts, thoughts that aren't doing you much favors, or thinking positive thoughts, the more that you're starting to think those, the more that you envision it, and I don't just mean visualize as in see, I mean feel into and believe that vision to be so, to the point where you start acting as if it is your reality, will be the time delay in when you actually experience it in your real life. Now, I want you to take a moment to think about, where are your dominant thoughts? What are you focusing on? Are you focusing on your fears, your doubts, your bills, your debt when it comes to money? Or are you focusing on money flowing to you and that you can create as much wealth as you want? Is that a belief for you? Now, I'd like to use my own personal example. Throughout my life, I've gone from being able to make $1,000 in a week to being able to do 10,000 and above per week. Now, there was a time in my life where, based on my beliefs of the world and my experience, where making $1,000 per week made sense, and that was about all I could fathom myself to be making at that time. I knew the amount of hours that I could put into work, and for me, I was doing over 60 hours a week as a young man to make that amount of money. Now, if you would have told me that I could have worked less hours and made 10 times as much, I would have, thought, yeah, that's possible. But would I have believed it enough for it to be my reality 10 years ago? Maybe not. Now, today, it's different. I know my capability. I know that if I can hold the thought and hold the intention and feel into it and believe it to be true, that it does 100% become my reality. Now, the thing is, it's all about repetition. You have a thought once, it doesn't mean that it's going to instantly manifest into your reality. If it did, this would be one crazy, dangerous place because people are thinking a lot of crazy ass thoughts, and we wouldn't want that to be an instant manifestation. However, now that you're conscious of this, I want to give you a very empowering skill and some knowledge that'll help you with this. And that is the act of repetition. The more you do something, you consistently hold that vision, it's going to start to manifest into your reality. So I encourage you, don't just think about what you want and focus on your goals once. Focus on them again and again. Believe in them, see them, envision them until they become your reality. Repetition is what creates this to be true to you. So get clear on what you want. What is it that you really want? What's life on your terms look like? Where do you want to be living? How much money do you want to be making? Be real with yourself. Don't just throw out a figure of, I want to make $10,000 a week because David said it on the video. What's $10,000 a week mean to you? What's that give you? All right, like you need to match the experience of it. So $10,000 a week, I know what that experience is. Do you? If not, if you think that that's something that you would want, start to think about, how would I behave? What would my actions be? What would I be doing with my time when I was making $10,000 per week? Would you be living where you're living right now? Would you be going to the same job that you've been doing right now? The more we start to act in alignment with the thoughts and the vibration that we want to match, the quicker it becomes our experience. I'm going to leave you with that one today. Remember, visualization and repetition. Repeat, repeat. I'm going to keep drilling that in so that you get the repetition over the course of this 21 days. I'll see you in the next video.